Welcome to another round of Spudventures. This week we are in session 4 of Voyages of the Takeout, our Stars Without Number campaign. Joining me is Avis, who needed to unmute for a second. Digo.
Hello.
Listen, buttons are hard, especially when several things cover it.
That is
That's
true.
fair. Digo.
Yes.
Smarty.
Hello.
Azure Mountain.
Hey.
And Oblivious.
Give me a second. I got my mic cord wrapped around my neck. I'm trying to fix that.
Don't strangle
Stop
yourself.
hurting yourself on my streams.
No, it wasn't tight. It just somehow looped around my phone in my head, and I was like, "How did that happen?"
Man strangles himself live on stream.
That is not the brand I need right now.
Yeah.
At
Yeah,
any
no,
rate,
I'm fine. It's just tangled.
Yeah, I gotcha. Unfortunately, due to just life being really complicated in the year of our Lord 2020, Zenkarn had to drop out of the campaign. And honestly, this might be the last session we do for Stars Without Number, but we'll get into that towards the end. For now, you've been on the planet of Amirg, running around trying to gather additional materials for a grand heist that you need to do in order for Cerez, Avis's character, to be able to fly off-world without the Yaji family hounding her. And in the process, you've encountered a few things and stolen a few other things. You raided a kind of cut-cornered corporate military base and got a sweet experimental grav car and some weapon modifications. You found a somehow self-aware autonomous omni-camera drone.
His name is Scotty.
Who you named Scotty. And you also found some black market weapons in the form of sort of stun wands that can affect a group of people in a chain, but only if they have cyberware installed. Which is good because your targets generally are cyberware enhanced. And you also found one of the people for the company you're trying to steal from, one of their security operators. So you've got codes for both the vault that the server you're trying to heist is in, and as well as codes for the server itself. And you also know about hacking the communications relay so that any signal they send out should hopefully be squashed if you set it up right.
Hopefully.
So with that, it's been a full day. It's been a full several days. And you also found a wheelman to drive the grav car for you who can evade the authorities and any other interested parties if need be. And because you're letting him drive this sweet experimental corporate grav car, he's giving you a discount on his day rate, and you only need him for one night, so. Your target, once again, is on the 50th floor of one of the massive, high-rise buildings in this big old planetary city. It's seemingly under construction. It's kind of an open floor, lots of open spaces, but it's guarded by incognito private corporate security. Not a lot of tech to hack other than some cameras. And there's just like a big old vault in the center of the floor that all these guards dressed as construction workers keep track of while they're pretending to work. So now's the time that you've got some tools to do this with. Now that this job seems more possible than it did a little while ago, it's time to finalize your plan of action. How do you decide to pull off this heist?
The real trouble with the heist
So, from what I recall,
We're just gonna
we
crash.
were planning. Yeah, we were gonna hack the radio relay so that their outgoing transmissions wouldn't get through, and then just smash and grab.
Basically. That's what it sounded like. And we were going to drive into the building with the car.
Well, no,
Yep.
not later. I mean, yeah, kind of, because we'd have to then, if we parked the car where we could, which is on what, the 100th floor,
50th.
50th.
Oh
And
well.
There aren't
Could-
windows on the
Like-
100th floor and up.
Oh yeah, it's just like open air construction above the 100th floor, but that's still like 50
yeah,
flights of
basically,
stairs.
if
They'd
we
have to
can
go
park
down.
the car where we can,
and they're not
we'll
and they're
still
not
have to go
unoccupied.
up and down.
So we just smash in through the 50th floor, stun wand the guards, hack the database, and leave.
Basically.
And assume it all goes perfectly according to plan.
Of course it won't.
Never
As
will.
every plan does.
Absolutely perfectly to plan.
No plan survives vehicular contact.
And nothing possibly can go wrong.
No plan it survives contact with reality. Ever.
Especially in
So
role
if
playing.
you plan to fail, you will definitely succeed.
No,
No,
that
you
means
have to
you'll
fail hard.
die. If you plan to fail, you'll just die.
But what if you plan to die?
Then you'll
you
double die. There is such thing as double
No.
death.
That's still a success in my book.
This is starting to feel like the Dan Cooper of
If you were
heists.
planning to die alone, there might be collateral damage and other casualties.
Well,
We'll be fine.
Gotcha.
anyway, that's not the plan. So don't need to worry about it.
Well, that was a fun conversation.
Yep.
Well, I'm not in charge. What are you going to do?
All right.
Go to that radio relay, probably.
Well, first
Anything
off,
else we need to do first?
what time of day are we attacking this thing?
I'm pretty sure we ended last one with everything we needed to get done in theory that needed to be done not day of. Or not within 5 minutes.
As for the time of day we attack, I don't recall their guard schedule having any
They-
increase or
weaknesses, no.
decrease throughout the day.
No.
So, same amounts of people, regardless of when we go.
Yeah,
Only
I mean,
difference might be the bystanders.
Night would probably still
Or
be better
witnesses.
considering, light and all that.
Light traffic?
Well, I was
What?
going to say light in general, light traffic. If it's
Honestly,
darker-
though, if they're cyber enhanced, they might have night vision, and we don't.
True.
That's a
So-
good point.
That is
They'll
a very
never-
good point.
They'll never suspect a daytime raid.
Yeah.
Clearly, you go at dawn or dusk.
But that's when they're expecting it.
Are they?
Yeah, because everyone does heists at night when it's hard to see.
Yeah,
That
so
is
let's just
true.
go at high noon.
If they're
Good old-fashioned
expecting us to
showdown.
do it at night, what we need to do is do it at night because they won't expect us to know that we know that they will expect us to come.
No. See, what we're going to do, and this is brilliant, we're going to do it at exactly 4:27 in the morning because there is no one who is fully cognitive at that hour and specific minute.
I can't argue with that because
Yeah,
I'm
seems fair.
regularly awake at that time and I know that feel.
Yes.
All right, but the issue with that
I
is
used to
that
have
that
an overnight
includes
shift.
us.
Some coffee should help.
It doesn't at that point. If
Yeah,
you're the
no.
overnight, that's the point where you're dead.
4 if you're on night shift, 4 a.m. is like the peak. I'm starting to crash out moment.
A quarter to 4 to about 4:40 is the point where the biggest hump where you have to just get over it. Otherwise, you're not going to do it.
Yeah.
I feel like this is metagaming a bit with out of character knowledge, but
No.
okay with that.
What
Not
out of
at
character
all.
knowledge?
It's kind of a gray area.
We all work 36-hour days in this universe. We're all crazy.
Just a little.
I'm playing in Insomniac. What you want from me? But
That's fair. That's fair. I wasn't going to ding you too hard for that anyway. Because you're right, is the thing. Like,
That
just
is
before dawn is an ideal time to attack, even if your enemies are professionals and as prepared as they possibly can. You know,
it doesn't matter how well trained you are or how tough you are, you cannot outfight the human body.
Yeah.
Well,
So we
you're
go to
right.
bed early, wake up earlier,
darkness
and strike.
And night do, weird things to the human brain. Although it is the year 3200, they might have come up with some cyberware to compensate for that, but
especially if
oddly
you've been up for a
specific.
while and you're waiting for your shift to end.
Mm.
Yeah,
even if that's when the changing of the guard happens, you're still trading out people who've been up at this hour to people who had to wake up early for this hour.
And if they're smart, they'll have gone to bed at a decent time and actually slept a reasonable amount.
We have
As
to
a
get
security guard, I can tell you they weren't smart enough.
Yeah.
This is corporate security, which means, and they're guarding like something very, very, very valuable to the tune of like, who knows, billions or trillions of credits over the next, 10, 20 years.
Yeah, we're not talking about like
They-
a strip mall parking lot.
But they're
We're not.
also going with the whole like security through obscurity thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're dealing with actual security, not
So-
blah.
It probably could have been in a strip mall parking lot. Just
Yeah.
like buried under a thing and then having a car parked over it.
Our strip
Yeah,
mall's
that
built
would have been
upward.
another way for them to do this, but they chose a building being constructed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it pretty much boils down to, do we want to go in quiet or do we want to go in guns blazing?
Well, considering my understanding of the plan is that we're driving into this building with the car.
I mean, yes, that was
I'm
initially the
assuming
plan.
it was gun blazing from the
You
start.
never-
I'm not
I mean,
kidding.
it-
I thought it was like driving into this building with the car.
It's another form of stealth. They can't set the alarm off if nobody to set the alarm off.
Indeed.
Everyone on the ground.
But also, they won't be able to call for reinforcements anyway.
Mm.
If we do the radio relay right.
If.
Speaking of
We
which,
do a
we
lot
should
of
probably
things
do
right.
that.
Yeah,
Anyway, yes.
we need to kill the radio.
No, not kill the radio.
radio star.
No, don't kill the radio. That's too suspicious.
Yeah, we just need to divert one
Mm.
channel.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Divert it to our dear captain talking about his milk.
They're gonna call for reinforcements and just get a drunk slam rambling.
He's that 911 receiver that you don't want to pick up from.
That could actually be a decent plan, rerouting it to a different thing where they pretend to be HQ
Does
so that the
anybody
guards
know
think
the-
there's help coming.
I mean, we could just reroute it to a random number. Does anyone know the number of the local pizza joint?
Probably
we
the
need
captain.
We just
Just
reroute
reroute it?
What if they
reinforcements
then
to Space Pizza Hut.
and then they call the police?
You route it to one of your data logs and keep them on the phone.
Your call is very important
That's
to us.
it.
Please hold.
Let's
That's literally
reroute
it.
it to that one guy that Sarah doesn't like.
Don't make it too complicated. Just
You mean all of you? What?
Could we reroute it to Scotty?
Could we reroute it to Scotty?
what do you want Scotty to do with it?
I don't know. Keep him busy.
Keep him busy.
Do you
No.
want to, and does Scotty want to be hooked up to the
No.
Takeout's communications relay?
No. Not yet. That trust has not been earned.
Fair. I mean,
I think Scotty would say the same thing.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're on the same page.
so we just need to send it somewhere that'll keep him occupied. For
Just
us.
send it to
Or
one
just-
of your data logs and keep them on the phone, because then we can
Fair enough.
we know who it's going to, and they're aware of the plan, and they know what's going on.
Mhm.
And it's someone that we trust won't fuck us over.
You keep saying data log like I'm supposed to understand what you're talking about.
I think you mean a compad.
Maybe.
There we
I don't
go.
know. I'm looking at my sheet. I was trying to figure out which would be considered the phone.
That would be the
Compad.
compad.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we send it to a compad, keep them on the line, and we go in there and smash and grab.
Yeah.
You could send it to
Send it to
Alex.
Bayleaf.
Alex probably has more know-how and knowledge on this stuff since he's got time spent in the military.
I mean,
Floresian has a slightly different voice from a human.
Yeah.
Send it to
And
Bayleaf.
this particular corporate security and corporation tends to favor humans.
Yeah.
True.
So Jayce and Alex probably one of us.
Yeah.
But I feel like Jayce was not in a very high position in the military.
I mean, you were in the military. That gives
I
you-
was, but I was also brainwashed.
But that
That's
still
not
gives
something
you,
I've brought up yet.
That's the fact that you have time in the military automatically puts you above everyone else in knowledge of what
Except
buzzwords to
Alex,
give them.
because Alex has probably been in the military longer than Jayce.
I've been
Give it to
shot.
him then. Whoever
How
knows
about
the most,
one of you? How about one of you's in the
whoever knows
backseat
the
and
most
the other
military
is
buzzwords.
listening?
You could also just squash the outgoing signal without rerouting it anywhere.
Yeah, that's probably the easiest way to do it. That way we don't have to worry about
I mean, just killing the
conversation.
radio. Yeah, killing the radio outright would be the easiest option, but then they'd know what's going on.
Does anyone really want to have this conversation with them anyway?
No.
No,
Yeah,
that's why I was
right.
saying we should route it to the Azure.
Yeah, let's just kill it.
Because they're probably not gonna make us.
We're not supposed to we're not supposed to let it be traceable back to them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good point.
So we just kill the radio outright.
Otherwise, that'd be easy.
Kill the radio
Yeah.
outright. We use shock and awe to go in, smash everything, get the stuff, get out, get going.
Straight to the
Hope
ship.
Going
not
in
pass
loud,
it.
it is.
Do not pass go. Do not collect 200 credits.
No, we're
Family
gonna
gets their
collect a lot
thing.
I
more
mean,
than
if there are 200 credits on the way, I'm not going to say no.
I mean, yeah. If we have time, we should loot them.
Let's
stuff.
not.
I don't think
do
we're
it.
gonna have time.
Yeah,
I don't think we're gonna have time.
Yeah.
because
Well, getting through the vault door, even with the security exploit, might still take a few minutes.
yeah, and that's
So-
minutes that somebody can run across the street and call the cops.
Right, but we're taking them all out first. Not
Well, taking out everyone on the floor we're on.
right.
I'm assuming that we're totally leaving this building and we're gonna be chased. So that's why
Yeah.
I'm saying go
Mhm.
straight to the ship.
Yeah.
That's why we got the wheelman.
Which is
Yeah,
why
we-
you.
That's why
Which
we
is why
got
you
the.
hired the wheelman.
Yeah.
Mm.
We just drive into the 50th, take everyone out, grab the thing, get back to the car, and book it.
Yep.
Basically,
exciting action chase it is.
Try not to die in any part of that plan.
Oh, now you're just asking for so many things.
No. Asking for a miracle is getting out unharmed. I'm asking to get out alive.
That's asking for a miracle too. Anyway, let's
Fuck it, let's do it.
This was described from the outset as a bit of a suicide mission.
Yep.
You don't necessarily have to be conscious, just be alive.
Well, hey,
I can deal with.
That's why they've got you. They've
Yes.
got you, the medic, for that.
Mhm.
I can deal with. I mean, technically, I can also deal with dead, but you would want me to deal with unconscious rather than because dead
Well,
involves you slowly being not alive anymore.
I mean, I
Okay.
figured dead involving you would involve slowly being digested.
Yes, that I was trying to make it word it nicely, but yes, being dead involves you getting eaten.
Well, it cleans up the evidence, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Also,
Of course
great
it could-
nutrients for a plant.
Oh yeah.
It could be like what my brother said was a suicide run. You go into the restaurant, and fill up a drink cup with every flavor of soda that they have in the fountain.
No, see,
Ugh.
that's
I've done
where
that.
that's where you use the 12-piece bucket as the soda.
Eh.
I have not done that.
I have. That's a lot of
You
soda.
get,
That's
you get the 12-piece bucket, you eat the food in it, and then you use the bucket as the drink.
I thought I was the only one that did that.
I just-
Free refills.
I just mixed all the brown sodas in the same cup. That's all I did.
Yeah.
I called it the monster.
Yeah.
We literally mixed in everything: the Pepsi, the Mellow Yellow, the High C, like everything that was in there.
I'll be honest, the 12-piece with drinks in it, that just sounds like way too much drink.
Oh yeah,
that's-
it's one hell
that
of a
amount of
sugar
soda
crash
makes me
later.
sick.
Yeah. Just thinking about it.
Like
That's a to-go drink because you're gonna need to go
That's a
once you've
reminder
done
why I
it.
don't drink that much soda anymore.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
called a to-go drink because you're going to go to the emergency room if you do
Yeah,
that too
no,
much.
it's called a to-go drink because the only thing you're going to be doing for the rest of the day is going to the toilet. So yeah, so
Well, that was a tangent.
Yep.
Yeah.
crash
To the relay.
crash
Let's
into
go.
the floor,
To the
kill the
relay.
radio, crash into the floor, grab the thing, go.
And we'll see how badly we cock it up.
Yep.
All right. Well, in that case, let's get this train wrecker rolling.
But it's a car, it's not a train.
Choo choo.
I mean, it can be a train. It's armored enough.
Anyway,
Yeah. Just need to put it
Let's
on
get
rails.
this slow motion car crash in motion.
There we go.
Choo-choo, motherfucker.
So first task, you'll pile up into the grav car with all the gear,
Mm-hmm.
and your wheelman drives you up to the roof of one of the nearby buildings, which has this sort of antenna, or high-tech antenna-looking thing that is the communications relay, that handles calls for everywhere within the next, like 20 square blocks. And you were kind of given... It's one thing to be told how to block a very specific signal from coming through. It's another thing to actually do it. So from Cerez, I'm going to need... Let's see. Yeah, int program. Operating or hacking computing and communications hardware. Yep, that's that.
Beepily beep boop.
D6. And then plus 1. That's 7 plus 2 is 9.
9. Well, the fact that you got help. Would anyone like to figure out a way to help her?
Hmm.
Is that a -1 for an untrained skill?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's
Well,
say I
maybe you can help in some other way other than programming.
like maybe having written down the instructions and just reading them out loud.
Just like walking her through it with the instructions.
Yeah.
As if she doesn't know.
I found the
Have
instructions on
somebody-
YouTube.
Have somebody with a lead command or
Yeah. Does anyone have lead?
Nope.
I'm gonna get
Does anyone have
the
talk?
wrench.
Nope.
Lead is going to be the skill.
Yeah.
Hand is hovering over the wrench slowly.
Do you want to succeed or not?
I'm not stopping him.
I'm just trying to I
Maybe
thought
just
the-
like use stab to give it a light whack.
No, I don't think that's going to help.
Percussive.
Percussive maintenance.
I would allow punch for percussive maintenance.
I can do that, but
There comes a point where we just stop trying to hack it and just break it.
I mean, I could do that, but like, does anybody have a better idea?
So could we get a crisis to roll lead?
I think since Zinkarn's dropped out properly, I think
I
I'm
have a note.
going to say he's on the ship.
Okay.
Yeah.
So leave it up to you.
So
guys.
who's got a good charisma score?
I
got a
think
Not
15.
me.
I've got a 13.
I got
Don't
a
you
Whoever
have
has a
like
+1 in
6?
charisma.
I got a +1.
All right.
Go for
So you roll lead because it's going to equal out to 0.
Fix or
Yeah.
something?
Well, you're already doing a roll.
Oh, yeah, I do
anyways,
have fix.
so-
Yeah,
That's
but
right.
I'm not.
I've got
I'm not
fix 0.
rolling. You have fix 0, which
Forgot about that.
So are you rolling or what?
I could help with fix and Alex could help with lead.
I'm going to say, in that case, Dex, Fix, and Charisma lead. And you need one of you to succeed. You can't both succeed.
So I got a 9.
Just a 5.
I mean, that is the one success.
Well, you're not an expert on working on complex communications hardware is the thing.
Yeah.
Like it says in the skill itself, how complex a device you can work on will depend on your character's background, and you're a soldier.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oblivious, do you want to roll a strength punch?
Sure, I can try.
I swear, if you get a 12,
That's gonna be
if you do get a 12, that would be great.
Yeah.
yeah, it would be great. Just be funny.
he hits it so hard he fixes it.
Yeah, he might not have experience with machinery, but he's got experience with punching things.
No, only 7.
Well, seeing
So-
as punch was the easiest skill to succeed with. So, I'm sure you can picture it in your mind's eye that, you're all working under pretty high tension because if someone discovers you tampering with this, it's going to go very badly for you, starting off a very already tense night.
Sure.
And it's not quite coming together for Avis. Like she's close, but it's like there's this security protocol that weren't quite warned about, and it's glitching out for some reason. And Jayce, you're trying to apply what technical knowledge you can, but we're used to working more on like vehicles and weaponry and that sort of thing. And Alex, you're trying to walk through the instructions, but Cerez doesn't really like being told what to do.
And the instructions are
Yeah.
upside down.
And then finally, Taukkav just like pow, just like fist straight down on the like bottom of
Yeah.
the fist.
He
on
got
the top of
impatient.
the machine.
This is taking
And-
too long. Whack.
It blacks out for a second, and then when it comes on, by some miracle, you've managed to kind of slip through the security while it was off, and now you have control over the signals you wanted, and you can close up the relay, and it all looks fine.
All right.
When all you have is a
Good night.
fist.
And I will say, most of Jayce's technical knowledge he learned from just kind of watching Saris over her shoulder work on stuff.
As much as she'd allow you to, I imagine.
Yeah,
Mm,
that's why he's not very good at it yet.
Working
Again,
on it.
like you do have these backgrounds, but in Stars Without Number, especially at a low level, you are not like super heroic at what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mostly have it flavored as that because Fix was one of my level up skills.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah. And Heal as well. Also one of my level up skills. Looking over the shoulder of Dr. Bayleaf.
Just a big old comedian, aren't you?
Well, Jayce wants to learn how to be useful. And what better way than to learn from the people who are useful?
Anyway, that task is now complete. You now have just enough control of the relay and fine enough control that whenever that particular signal to the corporate security HQ comes in, you can just block it. It goes nowhere without interrupting the rest of the communications traffic.
It's amazing because
Which is important because a communications blackout across 20 square blocks of high rises would be like, you know,
Mass panic.
raise
Especially
raise
in the
terrorism
equivalent
alarms.
of Manhattan or Hollywood or Manhattan.
Yeah. This planet is kind of like Hollywood and Manhattan rolled into one. But yeah, the stage is now set for your smash and grab. And your wheelman's waiting in the car, just kind of like revving the grab engine.
Don't be too excited.
at least not yet.
And it's armored too, so I could just sit in the car while you have this shootout. It's great.
Yep. So who's going to have the wands?
I don't know which one of us
Who-
want to play
Who's
wizard.
going in first?
Potentially people who have the strength to get close enough.
I mean, I imagine using the wands would be either shoot or stab, depending on...
Probably shoot.
Yeah.
Or
I can
just
shoot.
punch
probably
them in
me
the
and
neck
Alex.
with it. Punch them in the neck with the stab baton.
Well, it has range and it has like a arc to it, and it travels from soldier to soldier. So it's not like strictly like a classical weapon, but it does require like getting close enough and aiming and firing with
We've got
accuracy.
two
so-
people who are good at that,
Yep.
at least to some degree.
I have an okay dexterity, so
We only have two of them.
I thought it was only 3.
No, we have two
It's
of
two.
them, but they each have 3 charges.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. I had it back.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you decide to begin?
I mean,
I mean,
let's
no.
do it.
Yeah, no reason not to.
Now's the time better than any.
All right. Y'all pile into the armored grav car. Do a couple laps around the building just to get an eye on things. It looks like situation's pretty normal. And then on the third pass, your driver veers hard to the right and just straight into the glass, which is, you know, not like it's not like weak glass by any measure, but this grav car is very sturdy, and you just smash through it like a hammer.
I think we felt a stiff breeze.
Well,
Naturally, every construction worker disguised security guard on the floor immediately panics and starts pointing weapons. But you do have the element of surprise for a moment.
So let's make the most of it.
so
Go
are they
in.
grouped together at all, or are they more spread out right now?
They're kind of in clusters, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're
They don't-
individuals grouped
they're-
together, but the groups are spread out.
Yeah. You can see about like 6 right now, and there might be more like on the other side of the vault.
Just start guns blazing.
Yeah, I'd say let's save the stun wands for if they group up more. Because if we use them now, we might get a few of them, but then the rest of them would probably spread out to minimize the damage.
Do you want to get into a projected shootout, or do you want to take them out?
Yeah. If they're in clusters, we could at least take 1 or 2 clusters out.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I guess let's take out the ones we can see now.
Yep.
All right. You both like, climb out, dive out of the car using the doors as shields, and roll me dex shoot or int shoot, whichever works better for you.
It's all the same.
Do we get the +1 bonus since these are energy weapons, or no?
And actually, was
that
this
+1 bonus from?
I don't know. It's just some energy weapons get a general +1 bonus because they don't have like recoil. It's in the book. I was just wondering.
So is this just a skill check or an actual attack roll?
I'm assuming attack roll.
Yeah, I did a skill check.
Well, they're not weapons per se, so I think that's more of a skill check.
All right.
Oh.
There's an 8 from Azure. And from Digo, we have a 6. Check the table real quick. Yeah, it's a relatively simple thing. You basically got specialized tools for this. However, I am gonna say that, like, let's see.
Wait, do we add the attack bonus as well?
Actually, that probably applies. Well, I mean, we're playing fast in this with the system right now, and I said skill check, so no.
Because the attack bonus would bump my 8 to a 10.
Actually, let's re-roll this. Let's do attack rolls instead of skill checks.
All right.
Add go ahead and add the +1 because it doesn't have any recoil. It's just, you basically just point and turn it on. And then add your shoot ability.
Oof.
$10.
So now this would probably be against their armor class.
Probably should have thought about this more.
Yeah.
Because you're not actually hitting their armor, you're hitting their cyberware, which kind of bypasses their armor.
So, Dex, then try it.
No, armor class doesn't make sense. I'm going to use the skill rolls instead.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Regardless, one of us probably hits either way.
I'm going to say with a skill check, you both hit, but with Digo, or Alex rather, it takes you a little bit more to kind of, for the charge to kind of find its mark because they're a little bit further away. and you end up taking a stray shot because of that.
So 2 charges instead of 1 to take out the group?
No, as in he takes a hit.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, he
So takes
they shoot
damage.
back at him. No, not takes. Someone shoots back at him. Let me just,
Right.
What's your armor class?
The combat field uniform, 18 right now.
Oh. No, they don't hit you. It just glances off your shoulder. You don't take any damage.
Phew.
All right. So they the 6 soldiers you can see, they're kind of clustered into groups of 3. Just like clutch their heads and drop their weapons and then drop to the ground, just completely overloaded and knocked out. And you hear more footsteps coming from the other side of the vault. But
Alright.
you've got a few seconds to breathe.
Hmm.
And I assume that you're just going to use the stun rods on the rest?
Yeah.
Quite possibly.
Most likely.
Less paperwork for them to fill out. We leave them alive.
Maybe like roll notice to see how many are on the other side.
Sure.
Hmm.
The acoustics of this open floor don't really... there's a lot of echoing and it's hard to tell.
More than 1, probably less than 20.
Something like that. But since you've basically got the drop on them, and it doesn't matter how hard they group up, I'm just gonna ask for one more shoot roll from both of you. One more skill check.
Skill check style. Okay.
Ah, man. My rolls since that D20 have been bad.
Bonus. I got +1 dex. Attack bonus 2 if that matters.
All right. In that case, Azure, what's your armor class?
17. Got a shield.
Nice.
Right.
Nice.
Let me just... Not rolling in the dice room.
Secret.
Right. Look up their weaponry real quick. All right. That does hit. You said 17?
Yep.
All right.
Because I've got no dex.
How much HP do you have?
17.
Oh, you got a fair bit more after the last level, right?
Yep.
Mhm. Good
I
thing.
went from the lowest roll to the highest roll and second highest roll.
Oh, that's good because they dealt 8 damage.
Okay. Well, puts me at 9. Still in it.
So what happened was your Sun 1 kind of like didn't recharge properly. Thankfully, Alex had your back and basically used 1 charge on the left and then 1 charge on the right to take out the rest of them. So that particular stun rod's charges are gone for the rest of the night, but you've still got 2 in yours now that you kind of like fiddled with it, and you don't hear any more footsteps.
All right.
How's that door, guys?
Working on it.
So I'm going to give my stun wand to Alex because he's got the better ability to shoot things.
Weep. Okay.
And I'll just ready my non-lethal thermal pistol.
All right. So, Cerez, I want you to make a int program roll with a +6 bonus.
Yay.
Also, Dr. Feelgood, if you're not feeling too busy, Buddy here took a shot.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So that's +6 on top of the normal +2.
Yep.
So that's +8. So that's 18.
Yeah, this vault door doesn't stand a chance with between your skills and the codes you got.
Door took one look at us and like, I surrender.
He's like, nah.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'll just come over and give you a feel good pat on the shoulder.
Do not.
Gonna use Biosonics.
Yeah. And I have that mastered, so I don't have to spend a point. Which is great, because I only have a few of those.
Yeah.
Dude,
As a meta scion, I've got 5 of them, but not really many abilities to use them on.
1d6 plus 1 plus the heal.
Respectable.
There you go.
All right, and that. How does that? Is that the amount of health they get?
That's
back,
how much
or-
he.
I think
Yeah,
it's
how much he.
supposed to be 1d6, though.
It says 2d6.
at level 1.
At,
Oh yeah. What did I roll? Oh, sorry, I was looking
yeah,
at
you
level
rolled
2.
Yeah.
Hang
Which
on,
you
let
can't
me-
get level 2 until level 3.
Yeah, so let me do that again. I was looking at the wrong level.
So
It was
7
meant to be
7.
Yeah, 7. I
Yeah.
put a space there, and there wasn't
All
meant to
right.
be space.
up to 14.
There we go.
Or wait, no, 16.
You're one down from maximum.
You good?
Yep.
Yep. You took a revolver bullet to kind of the abdomen, but
Can I try and roll
I'll
heal
just-
to get that last HP back?
I think that's that his heal is all the time we got while you're working with the vault.
All right.
I'll just give you a little.
Just
catch
keeping
up.
my gun ready at the door.
Yep. The giant, hybrid steel door, this big old round vault door clicks open, these hydraulic shafts pulling out of it at the sides, and then it starts to creak open. And as it's creaking open, you also hear the sound of something mechanical powering on, something with energy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh boy.
And you catch a glimpse of a rather heavily armored security robot standing inside, powering up. That
All right.
no one warned you about.
Yeah.
Supplies.
Well, it's a good thing all the security team gets to go first in combat.
Go get them, boys.
You're right.
Go wrestle the security robot, giant bird.
All right. So, let's, you know what? I'm just going to say that, I'm not going to worry too much about initiative order, because I just don't really feel like tracking it.
All right.
But because there's only one of him and all of you, so no matter who goes win. It's just going to be him versus you, and I will ask for some just straight dexterity rolls to see if it goes first or you.
So
All right.
what?
Can we still use the alert bonus of rolling twice and taking the higher one?
Yes, you can.
All right.
Was it 1d6 or 2?
2d6 plus your dexterity modifier. No, wait, no. Initiative is different. It's 1d8 plus your dexterity modifier.
All right.
Yay.
But wait,
Uh-oh.
does Alex have alert?
I don't think I got.
I
I'm pretty
do,
sure-
and somebody
yeah.
else does.
Me and so I got a 7.
All right, I'm going to say that overall you've got enough initiative that you go before he does, but he's got a fair bit of armor and a pretty nasty looking energy weapon. This is big old like Terminator robot thing.
Got the lightning elemental material.
Thankfully, it's not exactly programmed to shoot at everything it sees. It has a confirmation process, but you don't have any of the identifying tags that it's going to be looking for. So you've got a few moments before it starts shooting.
It's
And
made
it's
out of
electronics.
nanomachines.
Oh shit, nanomachines, son.
Yeah, probably a bit too sturdy for the stun wands.
You also probably don't want to end up accidentally slagging the server behind it.
That too.
Hmm.
Lucky for me, I don't shoot.
Yeah.
Punch it into the wall. Or the door, actually. The door. Away
That
from
was
the
I-
server.
That was actually my plan.
So I'll let you guys choose your turn order here. Whoever wants to go first can go.
So maybe me and Digo start by shooting it, and then Oblivious punches it,
Sounds good. That sounds good.
because otherwise we'd be firing into melee.
Yeah.
All right.
So, ooh, that's bad.
1d20 plus your attack bonus, your applicable skill level, and the attribute modifier most relevant to the weapon. That come out to +2?
Yep, because I've got a +2 attack bonus.
Ah.
And you're
Everything
firing
else is
with
a 0.
You're firing with your thermal pistol?
Yeah.
Just a second.
How does that even work
I,
anyway? I'm just curious.
Massive stroke of luck, you don't manage to hit the server behind it.
Oof.
Woo!
Wow.
Leave a red thermal scar is on the wall next to it.
All right, dropping that and taking out my stun baton,
All
because
right,
that's an instant action
Okay.
with the
Digo,
armsman thing.
go ahead and make your attack.
Oh damn!
Is
Wait,
that to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
oh
so-
okay. I saw the 20. I was like, wow, did you just crit the thing?
I
wait,
wish.
No,
I
that
was
was me not hitting the server.
Server. Yeah.
Okay, good.
All right. So we gunslinger on turn action. Pull the pistol out. Shoot.
It's better.
Yeah, more than twice is better.
Yeah, but it's got somewhat sturdier armor than that.
Yeah.
So your shot glances off, unfortunately.
Well, does my second level gunslinger kick in?
What does that do?
On a miss with a shoot attack, you still deal 1d4 damage.
Yes, actually. Go ahead and roll 1d4.
I still graze it. Yeah, better than nothing.
All right, gonna whittle it down.
You do manage to like chip into its internals a bit. All right. Whoever is next may go.
That would be me. Double check it.
For a second there, I thought you were going to say double chainsaw, and I don't know why.
Double chainsaw.
Double chainsaw.
That would be awesome. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, it would be. I was like, that's why I was like, yeah, that's really cool. Wait a second, I think I heard wrong.
Let's see.
I think Smarty is creating an echo with Avis.
Am I?
Maybe. Is someone not wearing headphones?
I'm definitely wearing headphones this time.
Yeah.
Dice.
I might not have been echoing. I might have just been rocking my desk at the same time that Avis was talking.
I think I heard myself, but I'm so used
You
to
did, yeah.
hearing myself with another person that I just don't hear it anymore, which is a good thing, I guess.
Not really, not really.
God damn.
Desensitized.
Wow. Wait, don't you have bonuses for your strength and punching thing?
No,
I don't
do,
think that
but
helps a one.
that doesn't help a one, no.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's you. You're a big guy, but you punch it and nothing really happens. It just no sells it.
You hurt your hand.
No, I mean, I think at that point I just missed.
Just like he was standing still right there, and he still somehow missed.
95% chance to hit. Man,
Chef, are you drunk already?
That's what it
just
feels like.
XCOM'd it.
Yeah, exactly. Because I have a level 1. I have a level 1 in the skill. I have a level 1 in strength, and I have a level 1 attack bonus. So I think seeing that. Forgot. Yeah, the D20s are not treating us very well today.
Yeah.
Well, you've still got 2 actions left between Smarty and Avis.
So what can you guys do?
Sarah's Hackett.
Yeah, I can hack it.
Yeah, because running past the robot to my target is a smart thing to do. No thanks.
No, hack the robot.
Oh, that involves getting close to the robot. No thanks.
You should really invest in some long-range hacking equipment.
Yeah, I don't have that yet.
Yeah, at the moment you still need a hardware connection.
Yup. I think that means basically throw me and hope I don't die.
Had just been a couple of levels ahead, I could have helped with that, but no. So you're kind of on your own there.
No psychic cannonball? What? Marty?
I can't psychic I mean, it would have either been psychic cannonball or I would have just fucking berserker raged you to the point where as long as I can pump points into it, you can't die.
Not both, but also psychic cannonball is more fun.
So I took magical healing instead of telekinetic powers this time.
Wait, is it actually called Psychic Cannonball?
No, but it's basically
damn.
just telekinesis to the point where I can launch her.
Mm.
But I have neither of those, so you're kind of on your own there.
I can dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best I can do is just heal you at range.
So instead, someone else can throw me, and I can almost die from impact, and you can say, there.
I can pat you from a distance.
So your guys' best course of action is probably to just hide.
I have a gun.
But you might shoot the server. I
That is
almost
true.
did.
Yeah, I
You know,
thought about that
let's just-
too, and I'm like, and then server got almost shot, so I'm like,
Let's just have the squishies stay out of the way until the danger is past.
Let's find places to hide, even though that's probably not going to work.
I'm gonna just
There's
stay
not a
around
whole
the
places to
corner.
hide in this open construction floor.
There's probably some pillars.
Listen, I can put my hands in front of my eyes and you can't see me because I can't see you.
Just hide
Good job.
behind the pillar.
Just like hide on either side of the door.
Yeah.
Or I can Pink Panther along a wall.
Doo-doo.
Fine.
Doo-doo. Yeah, no, just I can hide behind a wall or something.
Yeah.
Or a girder or fucking.
So what are you going to roll then?
Does survive count?
No, it does not.
Let's just
So-
roll sneak to see if we can get past it. Go poorly, otherwise we can't do anything. Listen, the things that we could roll are things we shouldn't because I can't. I have a gun. I can't shoot at all.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
negative
much.
mods. And sneak is still also negative mod.
I mean, hopefully it targets Alex since he actually dealt damage to it, but you never know.
Use no one notice to point out the next weak point.
Oh, yeah, you might be
yeah.
able to use fix to do that.
I can do that with notice too. But yeah, fix.
What are you trying to do?
Point out
the
weak
next
points.
weak points.
Giving us a bonus on future attack rolls.
Yeah,
Hmm.
because I'm
All right.
super smart.
Shoot the giant glowing spot.
Wisdom and fix or notice.
What is my wisdom?
Assess.
That's just a 0, but fix. That's a +1. That's okay.
I got 0 and 0, so
Yeah, you're more used to biological life forms.
yeah.
I forgot the
hang on.
R.
I forgot the
And the space. Hey, save roll.
Yay!
We get a bonus because that's the same roll, right? Same positions too.
I'm gonna count that as him attempting to help,
Cheers.
and also count that as Dr. Bayleaf's turn. I'm gonna say that with an 8, you can just barely point out that there's a part of its robot body that has slightly less armor and also contains the most critical components. So everyone gets a +2 to hit it.
Yay.
Oh, nice.
I think you need it against this thing.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
So since that was the two of you's turn, it goes
Oh.
Bye.
and it shoots at Alex.
Not surprised.
Armor class was 18.
Yep.
It hits you square in the chest, but your armor blocks it.
Oh. Ooh, ow.
Maybe move and
All right,
not
and
get that shot.
It's
Slap in time.
it also just kind of like slowly trundles out of the vault space, so now it's not directly in front of the server.
Oh.
Ah, good job.
It's
Thank
it's
you.
now out on the rest of the floor, and you can shoot it from a less risky angle.
See, now
Also,
it knows that shooting near the server is bad. It is
Yeah,
good
so now I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't have dropped my thermal pistol.
if you want mine. I have a laser one.
Nah. It's just that it does a bit more damage. This is 2d6 instead of 1d8.
Well,
But it's already on the floor, so it would take an action to pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
why'd you put it on the
Well,
ground?
Because I didn't want to shoot the server room anymore. I didn't know it was going to walk out.
Mhm.
So now I'm just going to hit it with a stun baton.
all right, make an attack roll.
Wow. Just terrible
No,
rolls.
that's not getting through its armor.
Yeah.
Let's go. Since we're just going to be trading attack rolls, let's make sure we do this quickly. So have an idea of what roll you're gonna make, and then just make it, and then succeed or fail, we move on.
Yep. Okay.
Fair point.
So, Digo.
Shooting it out. Hey, that looks
Oh,
like
wow.
a hit.
Oh yeah, make sure to be factoring your that +2 from the weak point.
Which I did. Yep.
Yeah.
I thought we couldn't add like I thought it hated the +1s and all that.
So does shock
don't-
damage
just
affect it?
add them all together before you shock damage. It doesn't really matter with the robot.
Okay.
It doesn't have a shock threshold. It's just going to keep going until it stops working. You
Oh,
kind of
so
have to
it's-
destroy it.
All right.
So
So I'm going to
it's
use
not
my
very
next action to pick up my thermal pistol again.
So that 20 hits. The 20 will hit just about anything.
Okay. So that's 8 damage from my pistol.
And yeah, so you managed to land a pretty solid hit in the weak point that it was pointed out.
We should probably
but
give
it
you the
is-
thermal pistol.
It is still walking.
All right, I'm gonna try to hit it.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Or actually, who's got the plasma projector?
God damn, I can't hit anything except when it's a station. The only thing I managed to hit so far in this entire thing is that damn communications relay.
That's because it wasn't alive and moving.
You don't miss this time, but you're still not quite hitting with enough strength to make a dent in its internals.
Yeah, I really do need that level 2
Cerez.
focus. I mean, it's away from the vault. You can probably get to it now.
So I'm going to suggest that one of the non-combatants go grab the plasma projector and hand it off to Alex.
Sure. Can I try and do that and still make my way towards the server?
If you
No, you'd
want to
have
go
to go
to the
back towards the
server, I can
car.
go to the
Yeah.
car.
Oh, so it's in the car. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, all your extraneous equipment is in the car.
You go to the server, I get the car.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna say, do you want to begin the hack right away?
Sure, because the less time we spend on fighting and not doing
It's
what
still
we're
gonna
supposed
probably take a few minutes, which is a lot of rounds of combat.
Mhm.
Hey, starting helps.
Mm-hmm.
All right, make an int program with +4. The security's a bit tighter on this one, but you've still got those exploits.
And that's on top of the
That's on top of your normal bonus.
so 6.
Yay.
So that is 915.
Nice. So, yeah, you managed to break through and begin the downloads. It's a lot of data. Like, entire project files, source codes, blueprints, even, like, meeting minutes. Like, they asked for just about everything, and you're downloading just about everything.
It's backing up a computer, which takes like 4 hours.
Thankfully, data...
Thankfully, this is the future, so it only takes a few minutes.
Yeah, but that's the equivalent.
It's still, like, an entire company's future's worth of data.
Oh, wait.
So,
I can attack next turn. Because picking up an item's only a move action.
Yeah,
yeah, you
I'm,
can use your move for that. If it's just right at your feet.
Yep.
run off to the car, grab the gun, come back, throw it at someone.
Give it to Alex. Put it in his hands.
Perhaps you can use your move to get to the car, but you're kind of there at the car with the gun. That's the move you can make this turn.
Guys, I got the gun.
I'm coming.
Do you want to attempt to shoot the thermal projector at the robot?
That would be funny.
You know what? Fuck it. Yes.
Go for it.
Fire in the hole.
That's gonna be shoot, and let me just look up the.
Probably two things that I don't have.
It's
Probably
Dex.
Dex,
yeah.
Dex shoot.
My
Yep.
two.
All guns are Dex.
This is gonna be great.
It's
You've got
fine.
+2, and then whatever balances out from the skills you don't have.
So that's like nothing. I get a
Negative.
2 for the bonus, but I don't have any points in it, so that's nothing.
Yeah, that's better than -2.
It's better than
Yeah.
a negative.
It is. Yeah.
No!
That's a straight D20.
That's
No, that's a.
That's not an
you need a
attack roll.
D20, not a.
Aww.
Uh,
But that was good.
Do you have any? Do you have any attack bonus or not?
No.
Okay.
I think it should be a 1 probably.
It's a psychic, so
Yeah, let me just check.
if you have an attack bonus, it should be on your character sheet.
Yeah, level 2 is psychic's attack bonus is 1.
Okay, so that's a 1.
Because for non-warriors, it's just half of your level rounded down.
So
For
that's
partial warriors, it's half of your level rounded up. And for warriors, it's just your level.
I don't know why I did it twice.
That's
And
weird.
Regardless,
Either way, you miss.
Yeah.
You shoot far
It's just-
afield of.
Just
Imagine
becomes
this-
flying over his head like, I've got the gun!
you might break a window on the other side.
Yeah, you.
It's got a range of 100.
Imagine this like
Is the max.
sort of frail doctor like plant person, lifting up from the trunk of the car this big old heavy plasma gun. And it's like, I'm gonna take a shot, and then it charges up, and then pow, this burst of green travels in an arc across the room and smashes a window on the other side, like far, far to the left.
Aim where it's going to be.
Well,
Hey,
at least
what's
you didn't hit
going
one
to
of
be?
us.
That's
That
great.
is
So-
true.
You might
Small
want to bring it over
positive.
here before you hurt us.
The warbot turns on its heels towards Cerez.
Uh-oh.
Ah,
Of course it
shit.
does.
Uh-oh.
Why wouldn't it?
but
Clearly.
it doesn't shoot right away because it doesn't want to miss either.
Yay.
Instead, in a VI voice, it says, "Step away from the server." This is your
Get
one
behind
chance
the
to comply."
server.
So we already
And
have...
It's flush against the wall.
We've already got the thing downloading the information, so
Drop
I mean,
your
take
hacker. You have 15 seconds to comply.
Plots rear in front of it, glues self to it. You can't remove me from it.
Just smush yourself up against the server wall.
Well, that is its turn, thankfully.
all right.
So back to the top with Jayce.
Bam.
It spend its turns just
Ah.
yelling at me.
That's not going to be a
Ah,
hit.
jeez. So bad.
You want me to hold my turn to get the projector from Plant Doctor?
Nah, I would use it just to do
I mean,
something.
if you hit, it's gonna be more damage.
Okay.
Possibly.
Shoot with pistol then.
Woo!
Dang.
Nice.
So, yeah, you definitely hit.
If only you had the plasma projector.
Soon. That's next.
Yeah.
It does 8 damage.
Well,
So that's total of 15 so far. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's looking. You've managed to hit a few vital joints, and it's. You know when like a gyroscopic rig starts to fail and it starts like swinging wildly around,
Yeah.
just trying to stay upright. That's kind of what it's doing right now. It's actually kind of amusing. It's just like its hips are just like swinging in a wild arc, just trying
It's
to
dancing.
like keep its feet on the ground under it. It's still like standing up just enough to be able to aim. Like it's the like armatures are holding the gun still fairly steady, which is concerning, but you've hit it pretty hard. So Taukkav, you're up.
I hit plus twice. I need to fix that. There we go.
Hey, Punch Man got a punch in.
All right.
Yeah.
One Punch Man.
Hoppa.
I mean, if I do enough damage, it might be one. We'll see.
Do it.
Probably
All right,
not.
roll
but-
your damage for your unarmed attack. Oh,
Damn.
Wow.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
You get low, punch kind of like towards the pelvic area, and basically tear it clean in half.
Ah.
One punch.
Fake.
Its
That's
its legs slowly topple over, and its torso topples to the ground.
And you see, this is why Jayce is trying to learn more things, because he was completely useless here.
Fake
Well, I mean, you were
challenge.
more useful than we were.
That's
I mean, not
tough
really.
RPGs for you.
Hey, we all have our off days. Still give it your all.
Yeah.
like half of this combat, you mean?
But Jayce is thinking, if he manages to be at least decent at everything, then it won't matter that he's not really good at one thing.
I can do all the things.
She just comes
Yeah.
running over with the gun, like, I've got that. Oh.
I mean, you can still shoot it if you want.
Probably,
Alex.
I mean,
will
you get a
take the-
plus, you get a bonus to prone targets.
it is still kind of moving. The torso is still trying to like right itself and get an angle for a shot, but it's like trying to do that as it's just like a torso and arms.
You know, I might as well just for a fucking
And second thought, yeah, just
Mary.
shoot it. Shoot it now.
Do you? Does Smarty want to take the shot?
Yeah, I would just take a fucking Hail Mary at it. Why
Right,
not?
robot. How hard is it?
Roll 2d8 damage.
Not bad.
Yeah.
All right,
All right.
you melt the head into slag and it stops moving.
I'm adding in the +2 for a prone target, and I am shooting its corpse, and I miss.
aw.
You hit the armor, it just doesn't penetrate.
But guys, we could totally have taken it over and had another friend to add to the robotic zoo.
No, it's death now.
All right. In light of this, I'm just going to just carry it back to the trunk. Take the scrap.
Take the
I can
scrap.
carry things.
Sure, that sounds like a great idea as long as it doesn't have a tracker.
Well,
Leave it.
Look for the tracker.
All right.
Leave it.
I would leave
maybe
it.
the tracker was in the head that got slagged.
Leave
Let-
it.
Let's not weigh down the car with extra weight.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's actually
Yeah,
a good
alright.
point.
Yeah,
All right.
That's actually fair.
Let's just
Wait,
take the
down.
weapons from the guards.
That's
We'll-
at least
we'll
something
take-
useful.
We'll take the inspiration from this robot, and then we'll build all the stuff onto Scotty so he can defend himself.
We'll make Scotty
You
a death
mean-
bot.
I will.
Yes.
I said you guys, implying someone other than me.
Which is still
well-
me.
We'll let you make
Yeah.
Scotty into a death machine.
Listen,
Like-
And I will watch.
You almost said Death
And learn.
Roomba, didn't you?
it is a death Roomba.
It's a Doomba.
Except he noticeably doesn't clean.
So wouldn't it be called a Doomba?
It's a Doom.
Listen, he's gonna eventually look like a miniature Mecha Godzilla. Don't stop me. Listen,
God, I want that now.
if I was going to do this, which now I am, I'm gonna do it right, and we're gonna be classy about it.
So are you gonna make a new body to transfer the programming into, or are you just gonna build around it?
Both.
Should probably ask how Scotty feels about such plans, but
Hey,
that's
Scotty, do
another-
you want to be a death?
Look like Mechagodzilla!
Does Scotty
Maybe
want
Scotty
to be a
doesn't.
death machine?
And then he can
maybe
terrify.
Scotty's
Maybe
maybe
Scotty's a
Scotty's
pacifist.
seen enough. Maybe Scotty's seen enough movies for one lifetime. He doesn't want to be a
Maybe
movie
Scotty
reference.
just wants to be a gardener.
Well, then Spuddy can be a gardener.
That looks like a Mechagodzilla.
Yeah.
That looks like.
Have we considered that Scotty might want to be a disco ball?
I was gonna make him look cool and potentially terrify the people who were mean to him before. But okay, whatever. I'm just gonna hack this shit.
Instead of a
or
death
we can
laser
make him a disco ball and then they just dance themselves to death.
Yeah,
Instead
but
of a death laser
I
coming
didn't
out of
realize
his
we were
mouth, it's a
Ratchet
little
and Clank,
hose.
but okay.
Dance your cares away.
Well, I mean, we don't have the giant fuck off gun that plays the 1812 overture, so
We should
I
get
thought
one
that
of
was
those.
we should get one
Plasma
of those.
projector, though.
You, I warn you now. You need to do like a huge like side quest to get that. going.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
All right. Well, you managed to hack the data from the server and load it onto a transferable, basically USB stick. So you've got an entire company's future plans and blueprints on there. Unfortunately, breaking through the glass and shooting a bunch of people and a lot of loud noises has caused some of the neighbors to call
The police.
authorities.
So run like
Yeah.
hell.
Which is
And your
expected.
woman's like, "Yep, that's. I know a siren when I hear one.
I
We
know
gotta
that.
go."
Yep, I know that sound.
All right, everyone pile in.
Yep, get in, get going.
Everyone in.
All right, you pile in, and your wheelman just like,
Floor it.
just like reverses out of the window you just crashed through, and then just blasts off into traffic. Well, I'm not gonna make any of you roll for it because you got a guy for this, thankfully, and he's very good. But escaping from a police chase in 3200 is, especially in a very advanced tech level planet, is not easy. Like,
Thankfully, we have an
this
advanced
chase-
tech car.
Yep.
You do have an advanced tech car that is very fast and very armored, which
We're
is
on the
good
channel
because
75,000 news at 10 o'clock.
We're in a pursuit car and we're pursuing freedom.
it's kind of yes.
High-speed
It takes
chase.
like hours though before like you're sure that you've escaped the signal dragnet and all the drones and whatnot. But eventually you do manage to, after you've hid like in an underground parkway for a while, finally satisfied that you've managed to get away clean.
Yeah.
The grav car, probably you don't want to be driving it around at this point because the local authorities have tagged it.
I mean, we were gonna let the driver have the car if we got away.
I'm pretty
anyway,
sure we were
so-
going to let the driver have the car.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
his
We
Part of his
can't
payment.
keep it.
that was his payment. Yeah, we were gonna let him
Mhm.
keep the car.
It's your problem now.
So we grab all our
It's your
gear
early
and we
Christmas birthday present.
grab all our
Probably.
gear, we go somewhere else.
yeah, grab our gear, say bye to the driver, and leave.
Probably has a chop shop in mind. They
Probably.
get it repainted.
He probably,
whatever.
he probably knows a guy.
All right, now let's just go to take public transportation back to our base while heavily armed. Surely nothing will
We
go
just-
wrong.
Yeah, we'll just get on the
Well,
bus. It'll be
You guys
fine.
are going to go walk away, go sit at a bar for maybe an hour. And me and Bayleaf are going to go have some fun for a minute. And then we're going to retrack because clearly everything just needs to chill.
Well, your wheelman is a professional and he's already arranged like a different car to go to and
He's
Yeah.
already got another car waiting.
We could totally take public transportation. It definitely works in Final Fantasy.
Oh yeah,
So-
no, it's absolutely fine when we take the bus.
Yeah.
So does he still want to drive us, or Are we changing drivers now?
Not
If you're going to end up giving him the car, then he's very stoked about that, and he'll make sure you get where you need to go before the end of the night.
Okay, that works for
All
me.
right.
Yep.
Space lift.
Space Uber.
space lift Uber.
He
Uber space lift.
tells you about how he likes to do underground racing in his spare time.
Well, now
Wow.
he'll win forever.
Oh yeah, he's definitely got a one up with this new car.
Yeah.
If we're ever
So
in
he's-
town, we'll put some
he's-
money on you.
Sweet. All right, so you find a place to lay low for most of a day or two, because there's a huge media storm and corporate panic about their secret vault being raided.
Like
You
I
might
said,
want to
we
lay
did a
low
bar.
because you're wanted for corporate espionage.
Yeah. Thankfully, no one managed to get a clear view of any of your faces.
Yep. Full combat
'Cause
armor.
Yep. We had the mask and 6-foot distancing.
as far as anyone could really tell, you were all mercenaries with no affiliation.
Not
The
wrong.
magic of normally wearing goggles 24/7 and taking them off.
I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair, we kind of are mercenaries without any real affiliation.
We were robbed by
Except for
two
one
giant
person.
people and a potted
Yeah.
plant.
One person who really doesn't want any affiliation.
Yes.
You don't want to fuck with the giant bird holding the potted plant.
Yeah.
Put the potted plant down.
The potted plant will eat you, and so will the bird.
Potted plant down.
Plant down.
The difference being that the bird will cook you first.
Yeah,
I'm still saying for the plant to go down.
guys, I have a
Anyway.
prescription for this.
Down, down, down in a burning ring of fire.
No, please, I don't like fire.
Burning ring of fire. I go-
Well, you drop off the data at Yaji Family Dead Drop, and then what?
I thought you said drop the potato off.
We dropped the potato.
You drop. I mean, it's kind of a hot potato.
It
Yeah.
looks,
Yeah.
I didn't tell you guys, but the portable USB is shaped like a potato. I didn't.
It's
want
actually
to
made
say
out of the
anything,
potato.
but
Old science
hit-
project, you see.
It's hidden in a potato, Jurassic Park style.
Okay.
What?
Moving on.
I don't know this
Oh, yeah.
reference you speak of.
We've never seen Jurassic Park.
I saw Jurassic Park, but I don't know what you're talking about with the
It's
potato.
the shaving can.
I probably haven't.
Oh,
The shaving
I thought you
can.
meant I was
For
like,
the
when did they do that
DNA.
in Jurassic Park? Put a thing
Yeah,
in a
no,
potato.
no, it's the shaving can, but it's potato.
I understand
okay.
the confusion.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
Now that we've got that cleared up, eventually, you're contacted by the Yaji family and called in for a meeting. So as I keep forgetting the name of your contact, Arsene,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Right.
my filthy Persona 5 reference.
For some reason, I was
I mean-
thinking it was Adam.
No,
Same letter.
It could
I,
it could be Lupin the Third.
nah.
nah.
Gotta sound fancy. Gotta sound professional.
No, that's his full name, Arsène Lupin. It's
I
Arsène
know.
Lupin the Third.
I
I
know.
wonder if he likes fire.
We could ask him.
Anyway,
No, we're not being his friends. You can be his friends. I am not his friend.
We weren't gonna be. We were just gonna ask him a question. But anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
Drop off the shit.
If we were trying to die, we could do some dramatic irony.
Wasn't on my bucket list today. Sorry.
Yeah.
dying generally isn't on the bucket list.
It is for some people, apparently, but
Dying,
It's the reason the bucket list exists, but it's not
The-
actually on the bucket
It's
list.
the
Dying
very
is
last
usually in-
item, usually
at the very
implied.
end of the bucket list.
It's an important
unless-
distinction.
Unless in the bucket list it involves launching yourself on a motorcycle across the Grand Canyon.
Unless you can resurrect yourself, dying is usually not on the bucket list.
It's a reverse bucket list.
Hmm.
Anyway.
So things to do before you're alive again.
So we are at a meeting.
Yes.
Now I'm just thinking of like a lich with a reversed bucket list.
I have been dead for so long, I've run out of things to do.
Hires an adventuring crew to help them achieve their dream.
I can just
Wow,
imagine
okay.
the confusion on their face as they try and figure out why they were hired.
So you meet up with Arsene at the fancy corporate office that you met him the first time. And he is very pleased, as is pretty much everyone in the office, because their future prospects for financial dominance just became assured, and the job went off basically without a hitch on their end.
Because
And
we
he's
took
just
all the
full-
hitches.
Full of
Hmm.
full of praise and congratulations for you, Saris.
Ceres is just making
Yep.
the gagging motion.
I did two things in that fight. I took out some soldiers, and then I took up one of the mechs. No, wait. I did one thing. I took out some soldiers.
Hey, that's still
Hey, look-
important.
I mean, that's
wow.
It's very important.
that's how tabletop
Mhm.
RPGs be
Yeah.
sometimes, which is
I forgot that the damage I took was from the soldiers and not from the mech.
Oh, you get a purple heart.
Sometimes that how it be.
that's kind of what I hate sometimes about it.
I did
tabletop
Some
exactly
days it's
what I
all
was
about you.
supposed to do. That's
Yep.
Some
fine.
days
job.
it's all about you, and other days you don't do anything.
I am a one-trick pony, and I did my trick well.
That's what you're a
You did.
human.
Yeah.
You did very well. Good
Yes.
job.
You
Do
get a
not
carrot cake.
patronize me.
I'm not patronizing you because you're not paying
I'm
me.
your doctor. I'm allowed
Bam.
to patronize you.
Wow.
Well, this has been lovely.
I didn't know that she had a Patreon page.
Please patronize me at patreon.com.
Slash Newbiespud.
Please patronize me.
Give him all the bits
Listen.
on twitch.com/Newbiespud.
Hashtag slaying
At any
this
rate.
block.
As Arsene keeps his word, because this was such a massive job and such a huge risk and such a massive windfall for the whole family, that you've earned the right to be free of them for a good while.
Ah, there it is.
For a while.
There it is.
Yeah.
Is that
I mean, they're talking like a matter of like many years.
still quotation marks?
I mean-
you never. You could always find a way to disappear. But
Yep. Leave the system.
You did it
you'll
before,
always
you
be
can
a
do
part
it
of the
again.
family,
Oh,
at least in their eyes.
Fake your death, change your
But-
name, leave the system.
yeah, that was plan C. Let's get there slowly.
Plan
Maybe
Z
if you
is
wanna
you
wait a
actually
couple-
die.
If you
Well,
want to wait
no,
a
that's
few
playing
years,
you.
Ah,
Listen,
wait
I
a
have
few
a full
years for me
alphabet
to
and,
learn.
and double alphabet amount of plans to get out of this, and none of them seem to really work. And they
So
just
just-
get progressively stupider.
Just wait a few years for the plant to learn plastic surgery. Be fine.
I'm
It'll give you
surprised
a whole
death
new identity.
is so high up on the list. Because there's
Wait,
still like 7
there are
letters
ways-
after Q at least.
There are ways to bring the dead back to life. Anyway.
We're gonna go find a necromancer.
Or they could put my brain in a robot and my body could just be
We
dead.
combine
don't
you with
know!
Scotty.
There. See, that's the eventual plan.
Yeah, there's like
That's double A. That's
We
plan
Go
take
on.
your
double A.
brain and we put it in Scotty.
Is leave my body and join Scotty.
Okay.
Arsene smirks and says, well, let's consider yourself as having 15 years head start.
Sounds good.
You've earned it.
now you got a time frame instead of just a while.
time frame instead of, never. It still is never.
Yeah.
It's still technically never.
A lot can happen in 15 years.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I mean, this entire planet could get blown up.
Let's not go that far.
I mean, I wouldn't.
Nice res in our new Death Star.
Don't give away Plan ST.
Well, I think that about wraps up our outstanding business for today.
All right.
I think that wraps up the session.
What a way to send it off.
Cool.
Back on the ship. Second
Back
star
on
on the right.
ship.
Head on till morning.
Yep.
Just straight out of here.
Zoom.
No, only morning was a thing that was around in space.
Until
It's morning somewhere.
It's
No,
always
we just go
morning.
forever because it's never morning. You just never stop.
So, we are kind of at an end of battles, which is I'm feeling for this campaign. Let me. I wonder if I have to like manually unhide everything, because I want to kind of like show you guys some of the star map stuff, but
Is there not just an unhide all?
doesn't seem to be.
Do you have a non-player view that you can send us?
Oh, here we go. I can unhide system here. There's a sector view. Let me just.
No. There's a bunch of maps here now.
There's a fair amount of
Just go ahead and
systems.
move that in. At least the systems themselves should be visible and the planets they have. Some of the stuff is still going to be hidden on an individual level, but you should be able to see just about everything now.
Yep.
That's good.
And I had the text just came up with where's Canada's system? Ah, yes, the great glorious Space Canada.
Onward to space maple syrup.
Onwards to Space Canada.
So what's actually going to happen is we're going to drive to the nearest black hole and then just throw everyone else in it and bye.
Yep. We can get there in a single travel because it's only 2 spaces away.
Right there.
Yep.
So, to kind of explain why this is the last session for a bit, this
Life.
was originally going to be a reboot of like our first outing with Stars Without Number, which was fun and generated some fun memes. And I
Like
wanted to
the
do something
Takeout.
here where I used my friend Dan Felder's spyglass system to kind of generate some very zoomed out random events to help like make the worlds be a sandbox, but also have stuff in them that would organically generate, a storyline. And that didn't really work out the way I hoped it would, because like with my DMing style and this group of people who I, cherish very much, we kind of tend to play at kind of a medium resolution anyway. And especially with us only playing like once every couple of weeks, it's still very slow. And my hopes of being able to do like a whole star sector very quickly is not really feasible. And I didn't want this particular campaign to take like years and years and years, but unfortunately it starts with that number. You generate a whole sector that you can spend years and years and years exploring. And there's not really a way to speed that up any more than we already have. So, and with the Zenkarn, him like just life is being really complicated right now and not really able to make the sessions.
He's having a hell of a rough time, even worse so now with what's going on with the whole COVID thing.
Yeah, it's been rough for everybody. So I kind of want to move on. It's also just been a lot of work to generate the events here, a lot more than I expected. Like, just a lot, just like a lot of like brain melting work, honestly. Like the spyglass system is suited for like point-to-point dungeon crawls, not for exploring entire new planets that have entirely different cultures and tags to them and whatnot. It's a lot to make up, a lot more than I expected. And even like the suggested people, places, complications, and whatnot for the various world tags are only so helpful. No, the world tags aren't, they're hidden. I'd have to go in and individually unhide every single one. But like, if you refresh, I've unhid the, unhid Amir's planet tags. So there's the stuff I wrote for like events that you could have run into.
Quite a few things.
Oh yeah.
Yep, and the thing I thought would work was that every planet has a couple of these tags, like Sarkopoli was a major space yard and pre-tech cultists. Amirg was megacorps and cultural power. The Mixomicom world has it's a post-scarcity planet, and it's a sole supplier of an important resource. Stuff like this, these are the sort of things you would discover, and they come with these like complications, enemies, friends, places, and things you can encounter. But for the spyglass system to work, you need something that actually has like a strong hook to it and is not just a thing. Something that is compact and has a meaningful payoff and reward and challenge. And to do that with the whole deck of cards things, I need basically 26 of these for every planet. And that was just too much work.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
Spud broke himself down.
It's running a big old sandbox is a lot more work than I'm used to. Now, my DMing style is I like being in a city and just talking to people. I think that kind of describes my DM style pretty thoroughly, based off of Friendship is Fallout as Dragons and New Dunhaven and all those. So gonna put Stars Without Number to bed for a while. May or may not do something else in it, but probably not something on this scale. And for Spudventures, I don't want to lock myself in idea for this long. I want to explore new ideas.
Jump around.
Yeah, Spudventures was originally made so that we could, we talk about these things. We talk about like these weird ideas we want to try out at least once. Systems or concepts that are quick and cool. And this was an experiment. I learned a lot from it, I think. I learned about generating random encounters, and I learned about how we do like trying to zoom out or zoom in on scale. But I just don't think the campaign is going to work well for me going forward. So I'd rather move on to a different, better idea now that this experiment has run its course. And as much as I'm going to miss the SS Takeout,
It'll always be there.
It will always be in our hearts.
Mm-hmm.
We got to go around on one more joyride on it, and there's nothing stopping the SS Takeout from appearing whenever we have a ship anywhere else. It can just be a protein ship for every setting.
Just somewhere in the background. The infamous cameo.
But yeah, that'll be our Spudventure today. Bit of a sad note, but it's
It's a
times are
fun
tough
way
right
to go
now.
out.
We gotta, yeah, and I definitely wanted to like end on an adventurous note.
Yeah.
I didn't want to just when I was starting to feel down about it. I didn't want to just like drop it in the middle of something. I wanted to go out on something.
There was at
And
least
this
some
heist.
sort of conclusion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've got to do a little combat.
I got to punch a
but
robot in half.
Yeah, that was something.
There you go.
It was. I mean, you're still like low-level characters, and you weren't. I feel bad that you weren't always able to contribute fully the way you wanted to, but I hope you all had fun.
I did.
Yeah.
I have fun with most of these games that we play.
It also leads to some really amusing conversation.
Yeah. It's always good to hang out, get some good lines.
Avis, are you trying to say something? I don't know if you're getting through.
I was saying we have some interesting conversations.
No, I was talking to Avis, not you, Oblivious.
Oh,
No.
sorry.
Okay.
I've been noticing that my icon keeps lighting up and I can't figure out why because I haven't done anything different.
Yeah.
There's something about your audio and your interaction with the Discord that's weird, but we can investigate that another time. Well, thank you for listening to our Spudventures. If you like what you heard, you can find more at youtube.com/Newbiespud or wherever you get your fine podcasts, whether that's Google Play Podcasts or iTunes or Spotify. We aim to live stream these games on Sundays around 2 p.m. Pacific at twitch.tv/Newbiespud. If you want to keep up with this and other projects I'm doing, you can follow me at Twitter at Newbiespud. And if you want to support my ability to produce more content like this, please consider supporting me at patreon.com/Newbiespud. See you next time with maybe the Forgotten Ones, or maybe some kind of one-shot, or whatever we're feeling up to. It's, it's rough times. We're just gonna do what we can and try to stay sane.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you do the same. Hope you can do the same.
So long, Space Cowboy.
See you, Space Cowboy.